Dramatic lighting, nighttime. The show's about to begin. You are at the Theater of Smooth. I'm your MC for the night, Nixon the Dark, the very dark outside, talking to you today about physicality. Yes, one of our favorite topics, but a twist. We talk a lot about how building your own value is fundamentally a physical task, along with career, status, power, social skills, you name it. Yes, that is critical for you to do in life, and we stand by it. You have to build value. Women have a protector algorithm, and there are objective measures that she is looking at when she's answering that question. Having said that, women also have an emotional filter that men do not have, and women want and crave emotional stimulation from a man. You cannot simply give this to a woman because you're hot. That's a great starting point. It's great to have that objective measure. No doubt it is an advantage to start out with, but there is more to it, and we live in a messy world, and all of the complexities that you will deal with and hot guy will deal with and she will deal with, they create scenarios for life that will often be too much for hot guy to handle. He may not be able to rely simply on being attractive to navigate every situation. Think of a woman's options for a man as the equivalent of her going to a movie. This is an overly simplistic illustration, but it gets the point across. She's going to a movie. She has three options. Option number one, super duper, genuflecting, accommodating, nice guy, aggressively non-threatening, smile ear to ear. He has told her in the 5 minutes that he's met her that she's beautiful like 7 times. He has explained how he worships the ground that she walks on, and he will do anything for Milady. I love Milady. I don't know why, just something ridiculous about that phrase. It's awesome. Milady. What movie is that? That's not a movie. That's a 30-minute sitcom with car commercials, weird drug commercials, and car insurance commercials. It is over in 30 minutes, just like him. In fact, he's probably over in 10 or 3. Now you've got Hot Guy. Hot Guy has the total physical package. What is he? He's the romance movie. He is the formulaic, by the book, you know exactly what you're getting, start, middle, and end romance novel. She likes that story a lot. It is her default story, but it is utterly predictable. And sometimes predictability is valued. We say, of course, that this guy is going to have an advantage because that is her default preference for that story. Now you enter the picture. You check enough boxes, you look good enough, you've been working on your value, you've been working on your social skills, you've got good body language, you're dressing well. You've got a nice tone to your voice. You've got some muscularity, and then you come in out of nowhere and stimulate her emotions. She looks at you and says, "Who's this guy? Where is this going? I am kind of curious. What movie is this?" This is a suspense movie, and we're not talking about some formulaic action movie where you know the good guy is going to win in the end. No, you have the power to be the kind of movie where she doesn't know who the good guy is or the bad guy is. She doesn't know what's going to happen 30 minutes in or 50 minutes in. She just knows that she's on the edge of her seat, maybe on the edge of yours. How can you cultivate this with a woman? Focus on stimulating emotion. You can communicate with a woman on an emotional level. Everybody understands the formula of communication. It is 10% content and about 90% tone, delivery, style, presentation, pacing, all of these other variables. You can use those to your advantage to create suspense, anticipation, unpredictability. I can tell you from experience, there is nothing quite like the look that a woman gives you when she is utterly perplexed in a positive way because she can't wait to see what's going to happen next. That look of anticipation will blow the expectancy that she has with Hot Guy out of the water. You can take her on a journey. It will take a lot of practice. You will have to sack up and go talk to a girl, figure out ways to communicate with her on an emotional level. And by the way, when you do this, you will respect how female emotionality functions. You will respect the difference between men and women on this score, and you will get better and better and better at navigating female emotion. That is one of those valuable skills that it's critical for you to learn. We don't have a gigantic by the book manual for getting there. You have to get out and practice interacting with women. Just be suspenseful. Hell, just pause for a few seconds before talking to a girl. Dude, especially if you know the girl just a little bit, they will eat it up. Yeah, it's gonna be a little more complex than that, and you can only really get there with practice. It's an art form that I'm still learning. But I can tell you that this is an ace up your sleeve like you couldn't imagine, especially when you're out there navigating this complex, messy world. Hot guy has being hot. You can be the director, star, writer, and producer of a complex, fascinating, suspenseful narrative that she cannot wait to find out what's going to happen next. She's in for the ride if you can build that narrative for her. That is you leading her imagination instead of letting her fall back on her stock, standard, predictable imagination that she will have with Hot Guy. She likes that. She knows how to imagine it. But more than that, when you can take the reins of her imagination, just like a great filmmaker does, study this, study drama, study filmmakers and how they can create suspense, especially just things where it's unpredictable, out of nowhere, not stock formulaic suspense novels, but instances in which drama comes out of nowhere. Those are your teachers. And then get out there and practice, practice, practice. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and follow You Smooth for more content.